You're watching Beneath the Surface Conversation.
All right. Beneath the Surface Conversations. Back with another banger. Today we're talking about taxes. Today we're keeping it real about taxes. Today we're about to talk about and touch on some shit about taxes that nobody's talking about. Are you being taxed? Yeah, I'm sure. Well, if you work, you should be. Do you understand your taxes? Probably not. Do you know where your tax money is going? Probably not. Are you able to know what you bought in 2009 based on a bank statement and where it went? I'm sure that's how transactions work, right? You spend money and you have a receipt for it. Fuck, you spent it, right? So I'm confused as far as like, and this is just an example, like how our money goes to a thing that we have no idea where. It's just, oh, here's $200 out of your check and thank you. What school that went towards, what family that supported, what park that built, whose social security account that went into. We don't know, right? We just almost like hope or wish or assume that the government is, they have our best interests in mind, and they're taking that money and they're running this country right? It's the idea. Makes sense. I get it, man. Like, I get it. I do. I want to pause and say, I'm coming with content like this on a regular. Beneath the Surface Conversations is the podcast. Beneath the Surface Conversations are the conversations we have on a regular. This type of shit you're not going to hear about. We're going way beneath the surface on all this. If you like what you hear, but please share this because, again, that's how we're going to keep it coming. Like and subscribe. Obviously, put comments in here, man. Let me know what y'all want to hear, man. Put some feedback in here. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Let's discuss it all. This is all freestyle, bro. I don't know how to do all the video editing and stuff. So we just come on here and talk that shit to like-minded individuals, of course. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and move right along. Taxation is robbery. I mean, I don't know what else to call it. I don't know what else to call it. Again, we are told money goes towards all kind of resources and stuff, and it makes sense, and it probably does, man. It probably does. So I get it. You know what I mean? It makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, the idea makes sense. But what we're gonna do is just kind of break down a little bit of the history of it. You know what I mean? Like, what they're saying, not really what they're saying, like from an ideology standpoint, right? Like, it makes sense. Countries, governments were formed, right? And they had to be funded by the people, in essence. Back in ancient Greece, ancient Rome, looks like those governments would impose taxes on their citizens, obviously to help fund armies, to help maintain castles, help maintain cities. Sure. They would tax you on agriculture, products, as well as labor was a type of tax, because obviously ancient Greece, 1800s, 1600s, years ago, right? The same concepts, of course, rolled into all types of societies and governments being formed. So in the U.S., it looks like the American Revolution was sparked by the colonists that came here over being taxed without representation. Newly formed governments in the Americas, they tax for infrastructure, they tax for military, they tax the people. And It makes sense. So when this land was founded, the government needed people to start businesses to help bring money to the country, right? To help the country gain value. Hey, Tom, you like to sell apples? Awesome. What we'll do is we'll give you a location to sell apples. There you go, buddy. But the amount of apples you sell, you know, because you're using our land for it, we want a percentage of that. You know what I mean? Like, we want some of that. Sure. And Tom's like, man, I got you. It's nothing, man. Like, thank you for letting me sell apples on your land. Thank you for letting me sell apples on your land. So the government's like, hey, Tom, you made $1,000 this month or $200 this month, or back then, like, what, shit, $12 or whatever it was. We want some of that. Go ahead and give us $2 of those dollars. You know what I mean? We'll take $2 of those dollars and you keep selling your apples. Tom's like, bet, right? Tom's winning. And it made sense. And those $2, though, of course, were supposed to go towards building of armies, military, social security, not social security, but social welfare. And of course, just the establishment of this country, of the infrastructure, of the buildings, of the societies, right? Makes sense. The challenging part, though, is what this sorry ass country did was take that concept in 2024 is a reach. In 1900, 1980, 1960, they took that concept and just bogarted that shit. They're like, ooh, this is tasty. So Tom and his Apple shit was like, that was like middle of nowhere, like, you know what I mean, like pop-up shop, like nothing like today. The challenge today, though, is they robbing us now. Today, taxes fund, of course, everything: infrastructure, military, healthcare, public transportation, education, Social Security for those looking to retire, Medicare, all of the above, right? On paper, at least. And we get it. Cool, nice. Hey, that's what's up. Keep supplying that shit to the people, man. We need good roads, man. We need our lights to work on the streets. We need our garbage cans and shit to get picked up out there every day. We need our sewers and shit to be running properly. We need all that. I get it, man. It makes fucking sense. The challenging part, though, is the money and how it's allocated or lack thereof. Mind you, this is a one take. I just press record and go. Shouts out to me. But anyway, we're going to do some math. And I might lose a couple of y'all. I might have already lost y'all when I said math. That's all right. Look, just bear with me. I'm going to try to simplify it for you. Okay. And these numbers get ugly. These numbers get ugly. All right. In the United States of America, I just Googled it. There were 333 million people in 2022. It says 161, roughly half, work. Sure. Numbers are really big. That's 161 million people that work in America. Right? So in this number, and I need y'all to bear with me right here. Stay with me. If they tax $1 fucking dollar, and again, y'all, those who work, forget my energy, man. Those who work, no. We don't get charged no fucking dollar. But an example, if they taxed everybody in the country $1 on their check bi-weekly, meaning every 2 weeks, 161 million people in the country. Yeah, I don't know how much it costs to run America, man. I don't know how much it costs to run a country. I don't. So, you know, if somebody want to comment on here, let me know, hey, nigga, it costs that much to run it, then we're going to go ahead and look into that. But to my knowledge, ouch. But look, my bad. Stay with me. $1 times 161 million people that work on average bi-weekly means that the country is bringing in every 2 weeks $161 million. Easy math. I mean, that math is easy, right? For those who don't like math, $1 times 161 million people is $161 million every 2 weeks, right? We'll double that number. Stay with me. And that's going to be $322 million a month. $322 million a month is what the country makes. Excuse me, what the country would make if they only taxed every citizen $1 out of their check every 2 weeks. They'd make a monthly of $322 million a month. The country would make $322 free dollars, $322 million free dollars monthly, free dollars monthly if they charge $1 a month. Because the numbers get outrageous. My bad. No. Because the numbers get outrageous, and I mean outrageous, I mean the zeros, we run out of zero room on the space. I'm going to simplify it for y'all. Because again, it just gets, it's that bad. I live in California. And in California, there's, based on Google reports, in 2023, 39 million people live in California. 39 million people. We're going to round that up to 40 million just for kicks, right? 40 million people live in California. This also says 19 million work. Sure, that's half. Makes sense. Sounds about right. So we'll say 20 million people work in California. Stay with me. If they tax $1 a month times 20 million, excuse me, $1 bi-weekly, $1 a check bi-weekly for $1, 20 million people, the California state is making $20 million every 2 weeks, which, easy math, 40 million a month. Pause. Because I don't want to lose y'all, man. This shit is serious. Look, California makes $40 million a month on its citizens, free money off they only tax $1 a month. If they tax $1 a month on their citizens, $1, the state would make $40 million a month. $40 million. And again, that sounds low to me. I'm sure it costs way more than $40 million to run a country. I mean, to run a state. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. This shit is sick. So with that being said, what we're going to do, and again, I might really lose y'all here. Because we know $1 a month is not a realistic number, we're going to just average. We're going to average it out generously. We'll say each person that works gets taxed on their check, each check twice a month, $500 a check. We're going to say that each person gets taxed $500 a check. My check has a lot more than $500 that comes out of it. I'm not going to put my business out there. I don't know how much your check gets taxed. I'm sure my nigga Elon Musk, who had his headquarters were in San Francisco, I'm sure his taxes every 2 weeks are way more than $500 a month as well as your boss who owns wherever you work at. I'm sure he gets taxed way more. I'm sure the owner at Taco Bell in fucking Salinas gets taxed way more than $500. But again, just for a lack of time, my nigga, and a lack of understanding or a confusion, lack of a confusion, we're going to just use $500. If they taxed each individual $500 bi-weekly on an average number, which is low, $500, the state of California every 2 weeks would bring in ding, 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 10 billion with a B dollars every 2 weeks. That's nice. That's some good money, right? With a whopping, which is a whopping 20 billion a month. The state. Again, man, I don't know how much it costs to run a state, bro. I don't own no states yet. I ain't bought no states yet. But when I do, I mean, hey, I'll be knowing these numbers. But because I'm just good at math and this shit just is logic, 20 billion is what California costs to run a state. Sure, makes sense. I don't know, right? These people are making $20 billion. And again, that's just in this hypothetical example, man. $20 billion a month in taxes. With the audacity to have you owe in February, nigga. I owe in February. Not only did you rob us for $40 billion every month for the year, excuse me. Look, $20 billion times 12 months. I didn't do the math. I think that's like 2.4 trillion or something, maybe more, 24 trillion. The number gets spooky. But you got the audacity for us to owe as well in February? And then give us a deadline, April 15th is due by? And then send us a letter that says if you don't pay this, we season some shit? And you done robbed me all year? And you got the audacity to be like, if you don't pay us more, we coming to take what's yours? Somebody help me understand this shit. Please. I'm begging you. Senators, governors, local whoever's, somebody tell me something. Somebody tell me something. Because we still owe. If you Google it, there's a headline that says, in 2021, $688 billion in unpaid taxes. We laugh at that. It says, the rich simply failed to pay their taxes. We laughed. I mean, that makes sense. See, taxation is robbery. I get it. In the beginning, you needed to form the country, what's happening though now is they have an influx of this shit. So much that they don't even know what to do with the shit. They creating programs and shit, creating grants and shit. They coming up with shit because it's like, now we done robbed these niggas so much, we don't even know what to do with this money anymore. Other than put it in our politicians' pockets. We're going to go ahead and fund this nigga's new boat. We're going to go ahead and give Governor Newsom or whoever a new 14-bedroom house. Mind you, I'm struggling. You struggling. Because they robbing our ass. I can't make this shit up, bro. I wish I wasn't making it up. And no one's talking about it. We just fucking eating it. Why? So when you have these politicians, we got an election year, everybody talking about taxes, and I feel these niggas so Biden wants to tax the top 1% of the billionaires, which makes sense. That's hella money, right? They gonna make shit. I mean, I can't even imagine what they pay in taxes. But then he wants to tax them, and I feel them for being like, fuck that. But the energy should be the same, man. For us, for the lower fruit, like we don't want to be taxed either, bro, because it's all robbery, and we all know it. The billionaires know it for sure. That's why they like, man, hold up, we need a tax cut. We run this country, man. Without us, what y'all going? I get it, man. What we got to do though is figure it out because it's really just robbery across the board. We got to do better as a country. We got to do better as a people. We got a lot of capitalism going on. We got a lot of Americans eating its young. If you can't keep up with the Joneses, we just put you outside your house. And when we put you outside your house, we create laws that arrest you for sleeping outside, make it illegal to sleep outside. I mean, what are we doing, America? I'm just a regular black man, trying to maintain and just paying attention. But taxes is crazy. Taxes is robbery. It don't make sense for us to pay a crazy amount of numbers in taxes a month. Don't know where it goes. And y'all still got the audacity to knock on our door in February. Like, we need more. I mean, that's it, bro. That's it. That's it. The math ain't mathing, bro. The math ain't fucking mathing. It's MP. Beneath the Surface Conversations, man. We back with another banger, as usual. In the event you like this content, subscribe, comment below, share. We'll be happy to come with more details, more data, more requests. It's nothing. It's all day. It's a fucked up situation, man. Until then, though, all we can do is stay fresh. All we can do is try and keep on keeping on, man. But you know, I don't even know. I don't know what to say anymore, man. When you think about when you think about the structure, it's rather disgusting, to be honest. But hey, pay your taxes, bro. They'll come get your shit.